Sabi ni Mama, huwag kalimutan ng Eden.
Creamy.
Ito naman kami.
What's up everybody, welcome to Lee's Father's channel. Guys, if you're new, hit that like and subscribe button along with the bell to be alerted so you don't miss a thing when I post a video. Also, I got some very exciting news, and it's right now. Warrobot prepared a Christmas gift for all players. To get it, click the link under the video. The gift is available until January 1st, 6 a.m. UTC. You'll find it in the offer tab in game. It includes gift bringer Fenrir, plus 100 bronze event coins, 150 silver event coins, 200 gold event coins. Once you log into the game from December 24th to December 31st, the gift will be available for you for 24 hours, guys. Don't forget to get it. Minimum level to get the gift is 15. Anyways, let's get to the tips. I got some tips for you guys that are upcoming new players, returning players, and maybe existing players. Make sure you guys check out the video and enjoy your Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Peace out. Alright guys, so here is tip number 1. Know what current meta players are gearing towards. Point A, you want to know the bots and weapon. What is popular? Depending on who you are facing, but for the most part, top clans will use a specific bot and weapon to be effective. Point B, drone and chips. It's going to be quite confusing, but there's videos on it. There's community posts in regards to that, so you understand what drone and chip is effective. So make sure you guys look into that. Point C, modules and pilot. Make sure you use the right pilot for your bot, and also the modules that is effective. Top clans will use certain pilots and modules to gain that extra edge instead of using the wrong pilot for the wrong bot. I see this in the battlefield, and you can look at other players' hangar to get an idea. And point D, battleships. What are players using? There's 3 types of battleship. You got the Dreadnought, you got the Monarch, and the Mantis, which is for healing or support. So you want to keep that in mind. Whatever you use can be an advantage on your side and also your teammate. Alright, so move on to tip number 2. Know the tactics and self-awareness in the battlefield. Point A, positioning and location. How you position yourself can determine how you can take out your opponent, and also understanding the opponent positioning can help you survive the battlefield. Location is also important. Where your teams are at and where you are at can determine where your next move or your next plan will be. Alright, so point C, know the maps and the structure. This is crucial, especially in battlefield awareness. Understand the map, study it, know the structure, know the exit points, know when to use it as cover to gain advantage. Okay, so many players don't understand that concept. They get maxed out, they get lost. Alright, so let's move on to tip number 3, beacon control. This is crucial. First off, guys, capture the beacon. You see it white, capture it. Many players would miss that for the most part. Second, if you do capture the beacon, know when to defend it. If an enemy come towards your home and try to capture the beacon, you gotta defend it with all costs, okay? Because once they capture that beacon, it's almost hard to get it back, especially in beacon rush. Point B, advancing. Once you capture the beacon, move on to the next one. Try to capture that. Work as a team. And once you capture the beacon and you pay attention to your beacon bar, you know where you are at or where you're standing. For the most part, once you're aware of this, you can at least pull a win for the most part. Alright, let's move on to tip number 4. Know when to push and fall back. Alright, so for most players, they have the tendency to rush into the battlefield and, trying to push it through, but they get mech'd out. The whole spot get mech'd out, and that will cost the team a loss. So you gotta pay attention to that, knowing when to push and knowing when to fall back. If you need to fall back, just fall back. If you need to protect 3 beacons, do that. Instead of just rushing into the battlefield and being unaware of what's going on, you're gonna lose the match. Okay, so keep that in mind. To be effective, know when to push and fall back. Also, it comes from being aggressive and being a support. So you gotta play aggressive. If you're gonna be a support, be a support. So by doing these little small things can help out your team. Alright, so last but not least, tip number 5, guys. Be patient. Learn from your mistakes. This is important in terms of how you control your emotion. Don't get upset, if you lose a bot or you lose a game. Just learn from your mistake. Being patient is understanding how the game works and what players are doing in the battlefield. So once you understand their move, you can plan your next move to be effective in taking out your opponent. So again, guys, be patient, learn from your mistakes, and just keep practicing in order to be effective in War Robots, especially if you're new. And if you're an existing players or returning players, I hope this helps out. Again, guys, hit that like and subscribe button along with that bell icon to be notified so you don't miss a thing. And I do post some videos in regards to bots and builds, tips, etc. And then again, enjoy the game. Peace out.
Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Secrets Revealed, and today I'm going to be covering the Orochi. So there's actually quite a few combinations in terms of modules and also drone chips. So I think what I might do, we're going to narrow things down, and depending on your setup, You guys can decide which works best for you. I think that's probably the best way. We're going to start with the close range builds first. So if you are using like Thunder, Devastator, Bane, Ember, Glacier, Exodus, Redeemer, possibly Puncher as well. If you're using those weapons, anything under 350 meters and under, I tend to use Anti-Control, Nuclear Amplifier, Last Stand. Sometimes I do use 2 nuclear amplifiers depending on the weapon. So in this case, I would actually use 2 more to charge up, to the 80 stacks quicker. It actually takes longer to charge up the nuclear amplifier with these weapons, but Bane is a bit quicker, so it really depends on your weapon. I'm going to use Advanced Repair and the Ghost Pilot. So here are the skills. And I know some players have asked me, do you prefer Ghost over Bridget? In Champion League, I actually prefer Ghost. Now, there's a couple of reasons why. I did try out the Bridget. I found I was dying a lot quicker. The other, benefit of the Ghost, if you're dealing with a lot of Favniers, this is kind of important, this skill here. So it allows you to actually do more damage to a Favnier when they are in flight with this pilot when compared, which is kind of a big deal. So that's my reasoning behind using the Ghost. And in terms of the drones, so we're going to be using the Nebula. And for the particular setup I have, we have Control Resistor. Now, if I'm using like Thunders, I think I would probably use maybe the Freezer chip. If I'm using Bane or Ember, I would use Suppressor. So it really depends on your weapons. We have On Repair Unit Defense, so 2 of these. And the On Mild Damage Absorber. Now, the reason why I use the Nebula for this kind of setup for close ranger is because quite often engaging with other Orochis and tanks at close range. So if you're gonna, engage at close range, you need a lot of defense or resistance in order to survive. So that's kind of the reason why I'm using the Nebula. You could also use the Persephone. Bottom line, I go back to my drone. You want to use a drone with a lot of square chips. Okay, so you go to the store, you can check it out. Look through which one has square. This one has a square chip. This one has square. The more square chips you have, the better. Okay, so this is kind of like an all-rounder. This can work as well. And you can see you have the Nebula there. And I think that would probably be the best. Yeah, okay, so we're going to take a look at the range now. So in terms of like the Hell build, because I know a lot of players run this build, I do have 2 nuclear amplifiers. This is just to charge it up a lot quicker in terms of 80 stacks or 80%. We have a Last Stand. The bottom line with this kind of build, you are trying to do as much damage as possible from a distance. We have Shield Breaker. This is designed actually to take out Favniers. And once again, the Ghost Pilot. Now, because I have Shield Breaker here, we need to compensate because, I don't have any healing. So I have Wonder Worker and Mechanic. Okay, so those are the skills. And in terms of the drone, this is where things start to change. Now, because we are focused mostly on a range build, in this case 600 meters, we want to try to maximize that damage as much as possible. In order to do that, you need a drone with a lot of triangle chips. So in this case, you can see we have 2 B-type sockets. For this one, I'm running the Paralysis. It is a lockdowner drone. I also have lockdowner chips. Okay, so that's going to lock down players almost instantly. If you don't have these, you could run Freezer or Suppressor. In this case, we have the on-module use damage. Okay, and the on-mild damage absorber. Now, there's a couple of other chips you could use for this if you're using Advanced Repair. You could also use the on-repair unit damage. There is also another chip you could use, which is called the on-damage dealt damage. Okay, so this one here. So you could also use that. Nothing is set in stone here. I'm just trying to help you in terms of choosing the right chips for your drone. Now, the bottom line is you want a drone with a lot of these triangle chips if you're playing range. So what other drones have these triangles? So the Beak is one of them. So you can see you have the triangles there. In the store, just look for the triangles. Okay, so the Fly, This one has on module use damage, so you could actually use this with the on module use damage chip. This one has one as well, although I don't think this is a really good drone. This is a good overall drone that pretty much works on, all your bots. So this is a good, pick. And, the eye can work too, because you have the built-in on-module use damage. And also you have the triangle chip. What you could actually do is use this with maybe 2 lockdown chips, or a lockdown and a freezer, or lockdown and suppressor. Main thing is having the triangle chip. So that is pretty much it in terms of, the 2. So what I plan on doing is we're going to run 2 games. The first game's going to have, these 2 setups with the nebula and also the paralysis. Second game, I'm going to mix things up. I'm not sure if I should maybe run some of the weaker drones just so that you can kind of see the difference. Although you do want to end up going for the drones with like the most square chips or the most triangle chips. So with that said, let's jump into the first game here using the Irachi with Devastator weapons and also the Hell. Okay, so move in, attack, then retreat. Oh geez, there is a lot of stuff happening in that center there. Just saving my shots, saving my heal. We're gonna move in once again. Let's do that. So we can do some damage to these guys. It's all about getting them down to their last stand. If I can do that, weaken them for my teammates. Maybe take this guy out if I can. We do that. There we go. And maybe one more. No. You know what? That was a really good run with that. We're going to drop in next with the Hell build. Now this one, you want to keep your distance. Remember, I don't have that resistance on here. So if I keep my distance and I use this along with the damage modules to maximize my damage with range, we're gonna actually lock this player down if I can. We gotta be careful of this player here. But I think, okay, so you see he had a shield, but it wouldn't make any difference because we have shield breaker on this thing. You know what? These guys actually have a lot of shells. A lot more than I'm used to. Which I have to be careful because if I get a little bit too close to them, they are going to wipe me out. But I think they might start dropping in with their Favniers actually. If they have any Favniers, we're probably going to see it pretty soon. So, okay, so you see there's one in the center there. All the way down to his last stand. He's not going to move around the corner. Yep, he got killed. And what is this player in? Nope. They had a guy that was targeting me. Okay, so I have to be careful. So you see, I can't engage this guy because he's a tank. Yeah, I don't have the firepower to deal with that. Thankfully, this is domination mode, so I'm gonna see if I can try to lock him down here for my teammate. Let's do that. Okay, he's down to his last stand. Let's try to take him out now. We can. Saving my ability just in case he teleports to me. Uh-oh. Okay, so this player here is in a Favnia or something? What is that? It is. Why does he have 2 last stands? Okay, we're gonna take care of this guy. There we go. Jeez, another one! Another one! Another one! You know what? Let me move back here just in case these guys have Favniers up top here. Or I can lock this guy down. And that guy there too. Oh! I used my ability, or at least my shield breaker on that player, but he managed to get behind cover. Let's deal with this guy. Maybe. You know what I'm gonna do is, hold on a second, I'm gonna put a heal down here for my teammate. Yeah, we have some problems here on this side. I'm gonna deal with that Orochi. There we go. Let's try to lock this guy in place for my teammate. Okay, so it looks like they have like a